Miss Ashlyn. How are you, baby? We are ready for your math. So go ahead and get out page 133, or take your math book out and turn to page 133. So we are talking about dry measures. Now I keep mentioning how important it is that you get your measures committed to memory, because you will be using them from now till almost all the way through high school, if not all the way through. Okay? So the sooner you get them memorized, the breezier it'll be for you. So at the top it says that now these are dry measures we're talking about. It says that 2 pints equals 1 quart, and then it says that 4 quarts equal 1 gallon. So when we do our liquid measures, I always do the sing-songy 2 cups in a pint, 2 pint in a quart, 4 quart in a gallon. And that works here as well. That part doesn't change. 2 cups in a pint, 2 pint in a quart, 4 quart in a gallon. So the sooner you can get that in your head and get it memorized, the better that will be. But then also look over. Beside the bushel of apples there, it says 8 quarts equals 1 peck. So 8 quarts equal a peck, and then 4 pecks equal a bushel. Okay? Now I'm going to be really honest with you. I have not totally committed the pecks and the bushels to my memory. I feel like I always have to go back and look. I don't trust myself on them. So I am making it a priority to get those in my memory, just like I do all the other measurements. So 8 quarts are a peck, and then 4 peck is 1 bushel. 8 quarts are a peck, and 4 pecks are a bushel. 8 quarts are a peck, 4 pecks are a bushel. 8 quarts are a peck, 4 pecks are a bushel. I'm getting it. Okay? So look at section 1. Fill in the blanks. Now you should know these. Okay? I don't even want to say them out loud, because I feel like you should be able just to write them down. 1 year equals, you say it, 12 months. 1 day equals, you say it, 24 hours. 1 gallon equals, you say it, 2 cups in a pint, 2 pint in a quart. How many quarts in a gallon? 4 quart in a gallon. So 1 gallon equals 4 quarts. And 1 yard equals how many feet? 3. Okay? Go ahead. I kind of went down. Now look at the other side and we'll go down. 1 kilogram. Remember what kilo stands for. 1,000. 1 kilogram equals 1,000 grams. 1 peck. What did we just say? 8 quarts in a peck. And 1 peck equals, or 4 pecks equal 1 bushel. So this is saying 1 peck equals how many quarts? So how many quarts are in a peck? 8. 8 quarts in a peck, 4 peck in a bushel. 1 meter is how many centimeters? 1 meter is 100 centimeters. And 1 bushel is how many pecks? 8 quarts in a peck, 4 peck in a bushel. So 1 bushel is 4 pecks. Look at section 2. Reduce these fractions. Now hopefully, this is one thing I wish I could see you doing, so I can see if you're able to start doing this mentally. Hopefully you're able to start recognizing fractions that need to be reduced yet. I need you to be sure and start writing your fraction in lowest form, in reduced form, on any papers, your interactive worksheets, any tests, any quizzes, okay? Speed drills, because I'll have to start marking off for that. So I need you to look at 4.6 on section number 2. It can be reduced. What is our greatest common factor for 4 and 6? Very good, it is 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2, that's our numerator. And 6 divided by 2 is 3, that's our denominator. So 4/6 reduces to 2/3. Look at the next one, letter B. We have 3/6, and we need to reduce that. So we're going to think, what is our greatest common factor for 3 and 6? Well, 3 can go into 6 evenly, right? We can count by 3s and get to 6, 3, 6. So 6 is going to be our greatest common factor. So we're going to divide. Did I just say 3 or 6? 3 is the greatest common factor. We're going to divide. 3 divided by 3 is 1. That's our numerator. And 6 divided by 3 is 2. That is our denominator. Look at letter C. 5/15. It can be reduced. We have to think of our factors for 5. Think of our factors for 15. The first thing I like to do is think, Can I count by my numerator and get to my denominator? 5, 10, 15. I can. That tells me that 5 will be the greatest common factor then. So 5 divided by 5 is 1, and 15 divided by 5 is 3. So 5/15 equals 1/3. Okay, and last one, 4/10. Can I count by 4s and get to my denominator? 4, 8, 12? No. But so I'm going to have to think of my factors. My factors for 4 are 1 times 4, 2 times 2. My factors for 10 are 1 times 10, 2 times 5. So my only common factor was 2. So that has to be the greatest common factor. So 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. So 4/10 equals 2/5. Okay? So let's look at section 3. We're going to do some division here together real quick. We have 774 divided by 32. Our pretend digit that we're going to be dividing by is 3. Our 2 tells us just to use that digit in front of it, 3. So how many times will 3 go into 7? It'll go in there 2 times. Our 2 is going to go above our second 7. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. We subtract. 7 minus 4 is 3. 7 minus 6 is 1. Our 13 is smaller than our divisor, so we bring down the next digit, which is a 4. How many times will 3 go into 13? It'll go in there 4 times. So we put our 4 up here. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 3 is 12. We subtract. We got to borrow from our 2. 14 minus 8 is 6. So our answer is 24, remainder 6. And you're doing really good on your division, Ashlyn. Let's go ahead and do letter B together. We have 1,784 divided by 51. We're going to look at our 1. It's less than 5, so that tells us to just use 5 as our pretend digit. How many times will 5 go into 15? Or go into 17? It will go in there 3 times. Our 3 is going to go above the 8. Because 51 can't go into 17, but it can go into 178. 3 times 1 is 3. 5 times 3 is 15. We subtract. 8 minus 3 is 5. 7 minus 5 is 2. 25 is smaller than our divisor 51. So we bring down the next digit, which is a 4. How many times will 5 go into 25? It'll go in there 5 times. We multiply. 1 times 5 is 5, and 5 times 5 is 25. We whoops, that's not right. What'd I do? It won't go in there 5 times. Why won't it go in there 5 times, Ashlyn? Because we can't subtract 255 from 254. So we're going to have to make it 4 times. Our estimation did not work that time, but that's okay. It's still better than writing 51 times 2 on your paper, 51 times 3 on your paper, 51 times 4 on your paper. So here we go. 4 times 1 is 4, and 5 times 4 is 20. Now we'll subtract. 4 minus 0 is 4, and 5 minus 0 is 50. So our answer is 34, remainder 50. Okay? And then I want to look at section 4, solve these story problems. In one Bible bookstore, one children's Bible costs $9.95. How much would 17 cost? So we're just going to take that $9.95 and we're just going to multiply it by 17. 5 times 7 is 35. Put 5 down, carry the 3. 9 times 7 is 27, plus your 3 is 30. Put 0 down, carry your 3. 9 times 7 is 27, plus our 3 is 30. We'll put a 0 in the ones place. 5 times 1 is 5. 9 times 1 is 9. 9 times 1 is 9. We're going to add up our partial products. 5, 5, 9, and 12. We're going to count over 2 places and put our decimal point back in there. Put our dollar sign in the front. And 17 of those Bibles would be 129. What did I do? It says I multiplied wrong here. What did I do? Let's go back and check. 7 times 5 is 35. Oh, My goodness, boy did I mess up. I am so sorry, Ashlyn. Erase that. And you couldn't even yell, no, Miss McDermott, no, no. Here we go. 7 times 5 is 35. Put 5 down, carry the 3. 9 times 7 is 63. Plus 3 is 68. 9 times 7 is 63, plus 3 is 66. Put 6 down and carry our 6. 9 times 7 is 63, plus 6 is 69. Put a 0 in the ones place. 5 times 1 is 5. 9 times 1 is 9. And 9 times 1 is 9. Now let's try adding these up. 11, put 1 down, 9 and 9 is 18. 19, put 9 down, carry the 1. 16, count over 2 places for your decimal point. Da-da-da-da-da. I haven't got through both my cups of coffee yet. I have one still sitting here. So we have $169.15. That's the right answer. I'm sorry, baby girl. Letter B. Mr. McGregor, it sounds like Peter Rabbit, sold 40 bushels of potatoes. Okay, so he sold 40 bushels. Let's write that down. 40 bushels. Okay. It says 1 peck sold for $1.95. So 1 peck was $1.95. How much did all the potatoes cost? So he sold 40 bushels, and 1 peck was $1.95. Do you remember how many pecks are in a bushel? How does that thing go? 8 quarts in a peck, 4 peck in a bushel. So we're going to take that $1.95 and multiply it by 4, and that'll tell us how much each bushel was, and then we'll multiply how much each bushel was times 40, because he sold 40 bushels. Okay, so here we go. $1.95 times 4. Let's see if Miss McDermott can get this one right. 5 times 4 is 20. Put 0 down, carry the 2. 9 times 4 is 36. Plus 2 is 38. Put 8 down, carry the 3. 1 times 4 is 4. Plus 3 is 7. So it was $7.80 a bushel. So now we're going to say 780 times 40. We're going to go ahead and write it this way. Okay, and we'll just go ahead and put our 0 there and begin multiplying. 0 times 4 is 0. 8 times 4 is 32. Put 2 down, carry the 3. 7 times 4 is 28. Plus 3 is 31. We count over 2 places. So he sold that corn for $312. Okay? And one more thing. Turn to the back side to page 134. I have one more problem that I want to do with you. And you are supposed to tell me, thank you, Miss McDermott. I love you when you do problems with me. So here we go. We have 3 gallon. I'm down at the bottom, baby. Section 9, letter B. We have 3 gallons plus 8 quart minus 2 peck, oh my goodness, equals blank quart. So we have 2 conversions that we have to make. So I'm going to draw a box here. I need you to do this on your paper, please, Ashlyn. And I'm going to draw a box here. Okay, I'm going to put my 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. Oh wait, erase that. Don't do your 3 steps yet. First, go ahead and rewrite. We're writing everything so it comes to quarts. Blank quarts plus our 8 quart is there. We'll just recopy that. Minus blank quarts equals blank quarts. Say, okay, so now we'll have everything in quarts. So now we'll do my 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. If I'm going from gallons to quarts, I'm going larger to smaller, multiply, smaller to larger, then you divide. So we are going to be multiplying. What are we going to multiply by? How many quarts are in a gallon? 2 cups in a pint, 2 pint in a quart, 4 quart in a gallon. So 4 is our special number, our number we will be multiplying by. We'll multiply our special number times our number at the top, and it equals 12. So 3 gallon equals 12 quart. Okay, let's go look at the other one. 2 peck equals how many quart? So if we are going from pecks to quarts, we're going from larger to smaller. Again, larger to smaller, multiply. Smaller to larger, then you divide, but we will be multiplying. Our special number, how many quart are in a peck? That would be 8. So we will multiply our special number 8 times our number at the top 2, and that equals 16. So now we're going to say 12 plus 8 is 20. 20 minus 16 is 4. So our answer is 4 quart. Okay, pretty cool. All right, baby. The rest of your work will be done on your interactive worksheet. Enjoy your math today.